Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the AFC East Roundtable, a special edition of the AFC East Roundtable, because as many of you know, we are live in New Orleans, Louisiana, for Super Bowl LIX. Have had a wonderful time, actually a really shitty time, because the Kansas City Chiefs are here, and it's been nothing but reminding me of what happened a couple of Sundays ago. But regardless, we have had plenty of interviews, and obviously we had to hop in and talk to our people. Oh, how we have missed you. TD, how you doing, bro?
Another day, man. Listen, I'm worn out in joy.
Wow.
Just a great week here.
Wow.
But you know what, Dan? This is the AFC East Roundtable.
It is.
And I've been accused of some there's been some heinous accusations drawn against me.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
That I've let in the Buffalo Bills off.
Hold on. We are not into the mic.
Wow.
Testing.
Better?
1, 2, 3.
No, we're not on the mic.
Can you guys hear us? We'll just shout.
Oh, man. Can you hear me?
Have we not even been
No.
speaking?
No, it's through the MacBook. They can hear us with the audio.
You guys can still hear us, right?
Oh.
Test 1, 2. We'll just scream a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It still works.
All right.
We back. It's better.
Testing.
1, 2, 3. We're good, guys. Hopefully you guys can hear us.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
Testing.
Yo, why are we leaving this?
And we're back, folks.
Yeah,
we're
we're
live on the AFC East Roundtable.
It's amateur hour over
Amateur
here.
hour, man. This
It's
is why we need
ama-
professionals, Dan.
It's amateur hour
We're gonna
over
crop
here,
out that
Richie.
first few minutes.
Yeah. All right, you know what, folks? Pretend that the episode's starting right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the AFC East Roundtable. But TD, you were talking about that you were getting some unnecessary hate for letting the Buffalo Bills off of the hook.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
don't understand where that's coming from. I'm not letting the Buffalo Bills off the hook. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When they lost in the AFC Championship game, I just kind of felt bad for them because they're gonna be stuck in constant winning purgatory.
Yeah.
Winning purgatory is worse than the purgatory that the Dolphins and the Jets are in.
Yeah.
The Patriots haven't lost enough since their dynasty to say they're in purgatory.
Damn straight.
They're building. But it's worse to just always feel like you have enough and not be enough and lose. That's worse. And I just felt bad for them, man. So forgive me because I didn't put my foot on their neck when they only had 2 gasps of air left. But yeah, man, the window is closed for Buffalo, Dan. Enjoy winning purgatory, which is way worse because there's no hope in that. So, Bills fans, I did take it a little bit easy on you, but everybody else understand, man. You don't have to kick people when they're down all the time. I mean, we're used to that with the Bills. At some point, we gotta get rid of the insanity. Like this was we already knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I told y'all this was gonna happen.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No. I'm stopping you there. You did not know this was going to happen. Shout out to BetUS, by the way, who is the proud sponsor of the show. Big time shout out to BetUS. Make sure you guys check them out. 150% bonus. And we got a Super Bowl that's coming up. We got a big Super Bowl. We got a big game. All right. I want to get your guys' thoughts of some of the bets that you guys can get on BetUS Sportsbook. Receive your 150% bonus on your first deposit.
I feel like my eyes are getting old, bro. I can't see that.
You can't see that from
I'll
here?
read it to you, Dan. Just let me know.
Yeah,
is,
read it to me, man.
Yeah, bro, I got you.
So these 33-year-old eyes, bro. Are...
This is Super Bowl
Yeah,
LX.
you can't see, right? Yo, he can't see that.
I can see
yeah,
that.
yeah, bro.
Superpowers.
What's line 5 say
look
specifically?
over
No.
here,
Don't
maybe.
lean forward.
I got
Buffalo
you.
Bills at plus 700 to win.
We
the Super
good. We good.
That is the
Dan.
Buffalo Bills. Above that is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, so this is Super Bowl odds for next year, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh.
I could read the names.
Come on, I'm
but
taking the
those
Buffalo
numbers-
Bills.
Yeah, all right.
No,
Take
you're not.
whatever you say.
All right, so big
taking
time
the
shout out to
Buffalo Bills.
BetUS for sponsoring the show. Much love to them. Don't forget to use the code YouTube150 on your
Yeah.
first deposit, 125 on your next 2. All right, big time shout out to that.
A big-time shout-out right over to BetUS for being a proud sponsor. But you know what? We didn't even go around the table and see how everyone else is going. Colby, how's life, man?
It's absolutely amazing, man. Like we've been saying, it's on repeat. It's such a surreal experience. But we are going home tomorrow, me and you, Richie, TD. You guys fly out the next day. As surreal as it's been, it's also exciting to get back home, get back into the groove, because for those who don't know, we were also at the Senior Bowl last week, so we were only home for a couple of days, and in those couple of days, you're trying to squeeze in all the things you have to do at home to get ready for the next trip that was coming up, which was the Super Bowl. So it's exciting to get back into the studio, get back to the grind. Have never been this motivated, but we have a lot of really great content from the Super Bowl that we can't wait to share with you guys.
Most definitely.
So much.
And what about yourself, Richie? How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling fantastic. I mean, the vibes are immaculate. First time I've ever, of course, been to New Orleans. I can't just put into words what this experience has been like for me personally. Roundtable Sports, being able to be on the map. I mean, the thing that I definitely always appreciate on this trip that I'll never forget is just the image in my brain of, I'm recording TD interview these players, right? And he has this exact microphone. And just seeing the R next to like Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones, and just seeing them answer a question that's being asked to them on behalf of Roundtable Sports. I mean, that's just unbelievable. So that the little things like that I really appreciate because it's been a grind. There's so much behind the scenes that you guys don't see, and I know that there may be lack of content in terms of YouTube live shows, in terms of what we've done in the past. But no, there's reasons behind it. We're putting in so much work behind the scenes to make all the socials possible and to cover everything. Everyone's like, "Oh, how's New Orleans, Richie? How's your trip?" It's a business trip. I don't get to chill. It's just work, and I'm not complaining. Absolutely love everything about it.
Yeah, no, we have definitely been doing quite a bit of running around. I think we must have walked about 9 miles on the first day, especially out on the field. And like Richie was saying, folks, we do have a bunch of interviews that we are going to go over, some that I think you guys are going to really enjoy. But a quick little housekeeping announcement. Folks, we have completely upgraded our Patreon segment, all right, or our Patreon offering. So a project that we have been very, very excited to launch for the past, I'd say, couple of weeks. As many of you guys know, we only had Patreon for call-in segments, but we realized that there are some things that we could also offer you that we really haven't been bringing to the table. So obviously, we all know that y'all just tuning in and watching us is the best possible way to support us, and obviously smashing the hell out of that like button. But we have completely revamped our Patreon offering, and I really want to let each and every single one of you know precisely what you're going to be taking a look at. I'm going to go on ahead, and I'm going to read out some of the offerings that we are having right now. And if you are interested, I highly recommend that you take a look. It is something we are super excited to begin with. So, as Richie has, we currently have 4 tiers right in front of us right now. We have the $3 tier, folks, starting off for all of you that are interested in doing some general support. If you end up signing up for this tier, then you get a shout out on your Roundtable show of choice the second that you sign up, and you get access to our private Discord server. We just created a Roundtable Sports Discord server, and spoiler alert, I am allowing the first 250 people in there completely for free. I posted the link on each and every single community tab. If you want to go on ahead and get in there for free, then hurry on up, because we already have 75 members, and I announced it, I want to say, about an hour or so ago. But that is the $3 tier to begin with. $5 tier gets even more interesting, and something I think you guys would really enjoy is film review. I know quite a few of you are very, very interested in some of the prospects that are going to be going to the table in the NFL draft, and also film studies for games during the NFL season. We are going to be posting regular exclusive content that only our Patreon members are going to be able to see via Patreon, and that is going to be extensive film review for several prospects going into the NFL as well. So if you're interested in exclusive content, the $5 tier is going to be for you. $10 is interesting. Right over here, folks. All right? As many of you guys know, we have a Patreon call-in segment. However, we are completely revamping this. Don't worry, Patreon callers. We are going to give you one more opportunity next Wednesday to come on in But as you know, as we grow, we are going to continue to evolve. The $10 tier is going to give you the opportunity to have access to our private text channel on Discord where you can type out your questions. We will answer them on air. And you also have the ability to leave a voicemail message for us or anybody on any single Roundtable show, which we will react to on air all across the network. And last but not least, we have the $25. That's the all-pro tier right there. That is going to give you access to customized video requests, whether or not that there's a player or a game that you want us to go through with a film review, a monthly Zoom call where you get to hang out, all right, with us for an hour on Zoom, talk ball, talk whatever the hell you want to do, 10% off all merchandise, random giveaway entries, a NFL jersey giveaway each and every single month based off of the people that are a part of that $25 tier by itself, and then also some really cool perks that are coming as well. So if you guys want to help us continue our journey, go ahead and check out Patreon. We have a lot of really cool stuff for each and every single tier.
I like that. That was beautiful.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
man,
that.
it's exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting new beginnings, baby. Exciting new beginnings. So I'm excited about that launch. I'm excited to hear some voicemails. I think that's going to be very, very intriguing. by the way.
Yeah.
We
It's
gotta
gonna
We're going to have to proofread
It's
them.
gonna get bad, man.
it's gonna be good.
You
Like,
know
all
what that's
right,
gonna be
listen,
like.
callers, man. Like I said, we're doing the last one next Wednesday, where everybody that likes to call in, you can go on ahead and do that. However, from now on, it's going to be voicemail messages, something that's on your mind, and then we might be sort of launching a show next season where for those of you that are pissed off at your team, you can call in and absolutely vent. It's going to be a good time. I'm thinking about naming it Sell the Effin' Team. Sell the Effin' Team, man. It's going to be on Sundays. If you're pissed off at your team, you call in and just go crazy on the organization. We'll be here listening to your voicemails there. It's going to be crazy.
There's gonna be a lot of those.
Oh, yeah, man. So the title, Bills are not off the hook, because we kind of left you off the hook, Dan. Bills get eliminated. This is our first official AFC East Roundtable show since the Buffalo Bills lost. And we got to put a poll up because I'm actually very curious how many Bills fans are watching, because I've
There's
noticed
probably not many. I'm not
a
gonna
lot
lie.
of Bills fans have disappeared.
It's probably not many. And you know what? I'm not pissed at them for it either.
Why?
I'm not pissed at them for it either.
You talk trash about the Dolphins disappearing.
Well, I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm talking
but
about
no.
them. I'm talking about Bills
No,
Mafia. I'm here.
See, this is what I meant earlier, Richie, about when I said I told you this would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what the Buffalo Bills do. They poke their chests out. They wear their shades, you know, and they feel all
It's-
confident.
it's the victory shades,
This
man.
is the year we've built to do this and do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever the same thing happens, y'all disappear because you can't face the light.
And they call me a
Well, I
hater
can.
for it. They call me a hater for it all
Yeah,
along.
well,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
such a Bills hater. You don't want to see us do it. Listen, man,
hater, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, Josh Allen's better than Mahomes, guys. You proved me right.
Yeah.
Give me a break with that take. You guys sounded. Oh, don't even get me started.
Why are
with
we
that.
acting like this can't be a
But like,
competition? though?
so here's the deal though. Like that's why I have a very difficult time in taking any sort of criticism from people that are a Dolphins fan, a Jets fan, or I mean, not Pats
better watch
fans.
it,
I love
man.
Pats
You
fans.
better
I do
watch
like
it. We
Pats
had your
fans. But like
back.
Dolphins fans and like Jets fans laughing at me about this is like the dude that drives like a 1972 beat down Subaru laughing at me because I only have a G-Wagon and I couldn't afford the Ferrari. That's basically what it feels like. You know what I mean? Like, oh, dude, you couldn't afford the Ferrari. You got a G-Wagon. Like you're sitting there with your crusty ass Subaru.
it doesn't matter if you
That's
don't.
exactly what it is. I'm like, come on, man. There's levels to this.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I
we-
mean? There's
we're
levels
bo-
to this
we-
conversation.
we-
Yeah,
bo-
but like,
we-
is it what we're saying wrong though? Who cares that we're Jets and Dolphins fans? What we're saying was right. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's the thing
But,
you're running
like,
from.
it's-
You're putting
it's-
Jets and Dolphins
so-
fandom into it to discredit what we're saying.
So the thing is that like what like really upsets me is that like you guys come out here and act like this is some profound take. Like some profound take. Like, oh my God, I told you that the Buffalo
Told you
Bills
they're
were gonna
trash.
like
Not a
falter.
profound take. I mean, it's just
No,
historically.
no, no. Like it's
every-
it's
how many-
it's
it's
not
4
even so
losses.
much. It's
The
not
Chiefs.
even so much that. Like here's the deal. There is only one winner each and every single year. One winner, and there's 31 losers each and every single
On the
time.
same playing field.
In the exact same playing field.
That's
31
right.
losers each and every single time when it comes into it. So when everybody comes up and says, like, "Oh my God, it's the Kansas City Chiefs," like Bills have a Kansas City Chiefs problem. There's not a team in this league that doesn't have a Kansas City Chiefs problem. for the past 4 to 5 years.
That's not true.
Each and every single time.
Cincinnati Bengals.
They beat them once 5 years ago.
They did it, though.
5 years ago in a low-scoring game, which is absolutely with a game where Joe Burrow played like absolute dog shit, and the defense ended up beating it.
Organization, though.
And the defense ended up beating it, right? I would love to hear how y'all's record against the Kansas City Chiefs and how you play them at any given moment. I mean, let's definitely not talk about the
Patriots are
playoffs
usually
because
Zach
you know
Wilson,
that like you
but-
wouldn't even be in that situation in the first
Zach
place.
Wilson
But
had his best game of his life against the Chiefs somehow. I don't know
oh, you
how.
won?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. So
Patriots
it's
are pretty good against the Chiefs for the most part.
So I see your point, Dan, but here's the deal. We're not going to take the fact that you all said that this was you finally built to beat the Chiefs. You finally said you would get over the hump. You finally said you had the better team. You were wrong.
So listen, man. You
Bills
know what?
fans were wrong.
As much as hard as I tried out on the 40-yard line to make my tackles, man, I'm sorry that I was wrong. I was out on the field, my friend. I was out on the field, my guy. At the end of the day, I am a fan of this organization, and I am going to manifest a win. But the difference between me and Jets fans and Dolphins fans specifically is that I at least have a dog in the fight. I have a dog in the fight. I know that I'm going to go up there and be competitive with the Kansas City Chiefs. I know that my team is going to at least go within a 3-point victory or, unfortunately, in playoff time, a 2 to 3 point loss. This Buffalo Bills team plays the Kansas City Chiefs very close, and it's just they tend to be the better team in the playoffs. It sucks. I'm pissed off, is what it is. It's going to be very difficult for me to like gain any sort of confidence going into this. Say, for example, that the same situation happens next year. But you know me. I'm going to be that guy that's going to ride for my damn team. And once we end up trading for Myles Garrett, in the offseason, we're winning the damn Super Bowl.
Do you think that you, like, realistically talking, do you think that you can get over the hump? Because I feel like there's a lot of people talking about, the Chiefs are always going to own you. And the way that I look at this from an unbiased standpoint, because respectfully, I would love to see all of your teams suck for the rest of my life. But, sorry, Rich, especially the Jets.
Yeah.
But realistically talking here, Tom Brady used to, like, own Peyton Manning. It took Peyton Manning some time to really start going like head to head.
Yeah.
And the Denver Broncos like becoming a true threat to the New England Patriots. Why can't the Buffalo Bills do that same thing?
So Peyton Manning did not win his first Super Bowl until year 9 of his career, right? And yes, we didn't end up getting it done in the playoffs this year, but one thing that was encouraging, one thing that makes me feel like, okay, like we are going to be in the exact same position as we were last year. We're getting into the dance. This playoffs is an entire different season, as we know. All off season, we were told that it was going to be a rebuild year, that we weren't. What's going on with this view, bro? Yeah, why are we doing this?
Because it looks sick.
It doesn't at all.
No, it doesn't at all.
What do you mean? It's a close-up of Dan Mitchell.
Let's just, wow. Anyway.
Richie was like, I'm cooking, dude.
He's like, yo, I'm cooking right now. You're not cooking, Richie.
I had no idea how
You're not cooking.
I've never done this before. I don't even know how this is happening.
Yeah.
It's called experimenting. You know what I mean?
It's called
Live on air.
Live on air, dude.
it's called a Super Bowl stream. Yeah. Interesting. It's this year was supposed to be a rebuild. Lost Diggs, lost Gabe Davis, lost a lot of defensive pieces. So what this team proved to me this year is that if this is the sort of production that we can put and make it to the AFC Championship with clearly a lot of holes that were put out on full display during the AFC Championship, I am confident that we will be back in the exact same position next year. Hopefully there is a different result, but now that we're going to add a couple of more pieces, hopefully it is. I'm not going to sit here as a Bills fan and just say, it's over. I'm going to wait for the opportunity when it comes into it because it is truly an any given Sunday sort of league. I genuinely believe that. If not, then I feel like all of us just need to go on ahead and just predict that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl for the next 9 years in a row.
Yeah, I feel like we were also taking I guess I can't say we because you weren't taking the Bills. You weren't taking the Bills. But looking back, maybe I was taking the Bills a little bit. Well, we all know why TD took
Yeah.
the
He
Bills.
took it because he wanted to.
He wanted to jinx them, but realistically talking,
jinx the team.
Realistically
He also
talking,
says Josh Allen's more talented than Mahomes.
as
Trust me, he
down
likes
as down as the Kansas
Bills.
City Chiefs were this year for at least their standards, they were still a better overall roster, I would say, than the Bills. Like, we didn't expect the Bills to be this good. So, again, I think the biggest question is moving forward, are you going to see the same Bills that you saw this season, but with a better roster? Or is Josh Allen and what we saw, is that just going to be a one-year anomaly? Because if you guys can continue to play this way, more specifically, Josh Allen can continue to play this way and not turn over the football, if you start adding some actual talent to your roster, you guys could be a scary team in the league.
Well, we're looking at the poll right now, and the Patriots almost have more of a representation than the Bills. We have the,
Richie, they hurt.
And the Patriots almost
baby.
do.
the Dolphins and the
Represent.
Jets are tied at 27%. The Bills are in second with 24%, and the Patriots are at 22%,
What's
which is
up,
the
Pats
highest.
Nation?
Pat's
How we
at
doing?
22.
How we doing, baby?
Hey, listen, they're cooking
Bills
right now,
Mafia,
off-season
bro.
Cooking,
content.
baby.
They're here.
Draco,
They're running.
Draco.
They're here.
So listen, here's the funny part about that. The whole time since the regular season was over, I saw the chat. They got as high as 65% Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, we were going nuts.
Yeah, you see, but look at how massive of a drop it is. And that's only because they can't stomach it, man. Y'all, this would hurt y'all. This one really
all right.
hurts you guys.
All right. Like, let's also not mask this as a profound take, because just like the Dolphins did this in October, where they completely disappeared off of the face of the planet. Like, regularly we see 50, 60% Dolphins fans, and y'all haven't recovered from 24% since October. Jets fans were completely done by November.
No.
Pats fans are back because it's the hot off-season talk,
We're going
baby.
to the
That's what we're talking about.
going to the
Hope is
Super
at an
Bowl.
all-time
This
high.
the
Going to the
Patriots
Super
season
Bowl.
right
It happens
here.
to every.
Jets, though, we're
We're going to the
first.
Super
It
Bowl.
happens to every fan
Jets
base.
Nation's in first place right
It
now.
happens
Yeah,
to every
we are.
fan
Your
base,
boys
man.
made a vote to make
Shout
y'all
out to
first.
Jets fans right now. I actually saw a Jets fan walking on Bourbon Street.
Yeah, poor guy. He was really depressed.
Yeah, he was. He's like, damn it.
What do you mean? He was
Aaron
super
Glenn.
pumped up. What do you want?
Yeah, we're going to see how long you first.
Yeah, man. This is the Jet. Well, it's tied. Dolphins, Jets at 29. Guys, vote in the chat. Also, please do us a favor. Like this show. We're live on the AFC East Roundtable from New Orleans. It's been an absolute awesome experience. And, I missed this show. I feel like the AFC East Roundtable has been missing, and a big reason for it, if you guys are wondering, hey, where's the AFC East Roundtable? Everyone's probably wondering. There's a reason for it. We're on the road. Last week we were in Mobile, Alabama, covering the Senior Bowl. This time we're in New Orleans, Louisiana, talking about the Super Bowl. So bear with us that we're going to get back to our usual structure of content, usual schedule back to next week. So definitely stay tuned for that when it's the official offseason. So shout out to Jets Nation in the chat because they are hyped up about the new beginning, the new era that is pumping into this organization, man. So let's get into business. And, man, the Patriots may even surpass the Bills.
Richie, you was capping. Y'all not ahead of
Pats,
us. We
baby,
had
go
31%, man.
Yeah, now you guys are. We were at one point.
Why, because you
It's
voted for
volatile.
yourself?
No, man.
You voted for yourself?
No,
It's
we
volatile. Jets
Yeah.
Nation, come on, vote. We were in first, TD, until you got your phone, bro. You just logged into like 5 burner accounts to vote for your Dolphins.
No,
That's
I
what just
didn't. I
happened.
opened
All of a
it up
sudden, when
and
TD
looked.
gets his
He's
phone,
posting
you're up.
on Twitter, right?
did. Yeah, I am now.
He's like, vote on the poll. Vote on
He
the
is now.
poll.
He is now, man. He is now.
Let's get into some super chats.
Let's get into some super chats.
All right, Dan, I want you to read it.
I can't read that. Read it for me.
Jet it out. To Richie and TD, my Spurs are coming. Ooh, he likes that De'Aaron Fox trade, TD.
Yeah. That's going to be interesting. We're going to talk about that on Wake Up and Ball next week.
Yeah, I miss Wake Up and Ball, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be something that we're going to have to get into. A lot of things going on in the NBA world, especially my Knicks scorching hot. Dan, is it bedtime? Asks Flick Shorts.
It is certainly bedtime. It's a short episode.
It's a short episode. I like that. Flick shorts, short
NFL refs fan with the $2. Dan really made it to the Super Bowl before Josh Allen.
I did. That's funny, actually. I'm not even mad at that one.
Oh,
That was
that's
creative.
MVP.
That was creative.
But, like,
I'm
how
not
the-
even upset about that. Then half of the mouth breathers on this show that say the same shit with a clown emoji.
But how does it make you feel that Josh Allen is going to go to the AFC Championship game and lose for the rest of his career?
No, it's a sign that he's going to be here next year and raise the Lombardi.
You said that last year.
Well, I'm saying it again this year.
Again next year.
It's
There
the
you go.
real sign, baby.
You're starting to,
It's
you're
the real
starting to sound
sign.
like TD.
It's the real sign, right
But you
there.
have more justification because your
It's-
team actually wins. But you
It's-
you do sound like TD now.
It's
Saying
the
same
real.
thing.
It's the real sign. Go ahead.
Glenn, member for 21 months.
21
man.
months.
Yes, but the others did not sit back and talk garbage for 8 weeks acting like Bills are unbeatable.
Glenn.
It's true. Your guys' egos were. Woo.
Yeah,
you guys felt like you're invincible.
Y'all are trying to act.
Jets fans had a crazy ego though during the season.
Y'all are trying to act like that if your teams didn't have that same trajectory during the regular season, that you would be acting any different way.
You went to the AFC Championship game. Like, no, I'm sorry. If Jets fans, if Dolphins fans, if
Oh my
Patriots-
God,
like,
y'all would
if
be
any of us
running
went to the
victory
AFC
laps the
Championship game,
entire time.
and rightfully so. You're one game away from a
13
damn
win
Super Bowl.
season. 13 win season. Y'all are trying to act like you would just be like, oh yeah, like we'd be all right.
Jets fans thought they were going to the
Fucking-
Super Bowl before the season started.
So Miami was ready to like throw a parade on Biscayne for falling ass backwards into the playoffs last year.
No. Then listen. The Buffalo Bills fans, this is the first time we saw y'all start to get cocky. Usually, like I said, you usually chill, sit back.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
This was the first time, and I blame you.
So I'm unaware. Unaware.
You're the one that's
So I'm unaware, all right, that Bills fans acted no differently at the end of this season than Miami Dolphins fans acted when they won 3 games in a row at the beginning of the season a couple of years back. Absolutely. Of course, we did. We made it to the AFC Championship.
You never had a chance.
We made it to the
never
AFC
had a
Championship.
chance.
Then why did you pick the Buffalo Bills to win?
It worked.
No.
That's
He
why.
he had
It
nothing.
worked.
He knew it in his heart. He knew it in his heart that was going to be the case.
You know what, Dan? You know what? You're right. Because I was watching your channel a little too much, and I started to believe myself. You're good, Dan.
Listen,
You're
man.
good at-
Yo. Listen, I had to be the positive.
fan base that you could beat the Chiefs. Then you realize
Good. Keep that energy because that was the trial run. Next year we're doing it.
Trial run. Stop lying.
Hey. The greatest story ever told is not over.
Hey, that story ain't been off the books.
No, hell no. It's over when I say it is. It is a 3-part.
You had your chance, dude.
Tragedy.
The Miami Dolphins are coming. You realize what they're doing this offseason?
So the Miami Dolphins are absolutely doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's
Ravens Chiefs.
It's to a point right now where like it's with the Buffalo Bills always faltering to the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs, it should equally upset all 3 of your teams as well because you know that like you won't even have an opportunity to take our place.
Hold on. Who did you lose to in the playoffs last year?
To the Kansas City Chiefs.
The year before that?
The Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay, so it's
year
not
before
a
that.
three-peat. Next year,
The Kansas City Chiefs.
They're going to have a three-peat next year.
Repeat. Incoming.
No. It is about. It's going to go down.
I don't know,
This-
Dan, because I feel like
this-
you guys have won the division 5 straight seasons and
that's
have
coming
not
to
made
an
it to the
end.
Super Bowl at any of those 5. You're wasting your opportunity. This is your time to rule the division. The Bills aren't taking advantage of it.
Exactly what should equally piss you off because none of your teams are winning the division. We are always going to end up losing in the AFC Championship all for nothing.
5 division titles. You couldn't get to 1 Super Bowl. Just wait till the Patriots get better. Dolphins, Jets, you never know.
Yeah, just wait till those Patriots get better.
As long as Josh Allen is in the AFC East, he will never not have this division.
No.
I'm convinced of this.
yeah, until
I'm convinced of this.
until baby Josh Allen comes along with a better roster.
I feel like y'all probably have another 2 years before that's even a threat.
I guess that's fair.
Who's baby Josh Allen?
It's not Tua, I promise you that.
I didn't say it was.
Drake May is
Drake
trying
May.
to say.
Oh,
Pro con, baby.
Hey, listen, you know that Bills and
Did you
Pats
see him in
fans
the
have an
Pro Bowl,
alliance.
Dude, he was in the Pro Bowl, TD.
Throwing
Yeah, you have an alliance
Yeah,
right
also
there.
throwing dimes, baby.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
have-
Drake May project for
Yeah,
you.
you have. I'm not reaching over that damn thing again, man.
Listen, man. the
I'm
man-
33. I got snug pants on.
The man out here throwing
That's athletic.
picks in the Pro Bowl, man. The last
The
person
Pro
I
Bowl
saw-
doesn't matter.
Last person I saw doing that was Tua.
It is
so he
a
ain't no
flag
better.
football
Hey, Richie, mind
game.
passing
It
me
is a
that
game
water over there?
Elementary school kids go to. Do you
I'm
really
parched.
think that
Thank
any
you.
player is actually trying? They're just going out there
Kobe.
playing backyard football.
Kobe, you were Mac Jones apologist.
And I said they didn't do right by him, and they didn't. They didn't do right by Mac Jones. I'll still stand by the fact that if they developed him correctly and didn't mess the guy up, I'm not saying he would have been a top 10 quarterback or anything like that, but I think he would have been a better quarterback. I think he could have been a franchise quarterback somewhere.
you still
Nah,
believe
Mac
in
Jones
Mac?
just stunk. He still stinks today.
Whack
He looked good
Jones.
year 1, man. He looked good year 1.
Just like Drake May. Or Mac Jones arguably looked better than Drake May year 1.
Well, I don't believe that, but I mean, Mac Jones had a significantly better roster.
Didn't they go to the playoffs?
Patriots, yeah, they had a significantly better roster though.
Damn.
You need
tight
talent to
Drake
win.
May is
Wide receivers,
Mac Jones
O-line.
2.0, folks. Mac
There
Jones.
is nothing similar about their playing styles in the slightest.
Listen, I just think that the Dolphins are poised to win the division next year, though.
You say this every year.
No. This is different, though. This is different.
Exactly.
See, let me say this.
Oh, God, here we go.
You know what? The reason why we don't talk about it enough is because I don't really ever really bring it up. But our injuries, we never talk about the fact that the Dolphins have dealt with major injuries, man. Major injuries. A plethora of them.
What makes you feel better they're going to not have the same thing this year? They always have it.
But, no, I get that. But we are a much better team if we can stay healthy. And I think this year coming up, it's going to be our last hope. And I think we're going to have a good season, man. I think we're really going to win the division.
Karma,
right,
man.
TD, you got to give us a
luck.
reasoning because you said the same thing. There's now 5.
No, I think we're going to win the division because, first of all, Buffalo is going to have a massive decline. I think they're going to win 8 games next year.
We said that last year.
No. See, here's the difference. Buffalo ain't played nobody this year either. We don't talk about that. Now, people say, well, they played the Chiefs in the regular season, the Lions. Like, literally, you could name 3 or 4 teams, but that was it.
TD, according to NFL Strength of the Schedule, they had the second hardest schedule in the division behind the Patriots.
Of course, it's gonna look like you had the hardest schedule when you had the Lions and the Chiefs on there who only lost 1 game.
Oh, look at that view. Wait, hold on.
Let's put this up.
Let's put this up. Let's flex.
All time, and we got New Orleans behind
behind
us.
us, dude. It's night.
Hey,
time.
yo.
I'm not gonna worry about the lighting.
We about to go party out. You know,
All right,
live
bro.
stream with the
you
the
know what
fellas.
that means, boys. We're live for
Yeah.
another 2 hours. Woo!
No.
I got
Y'all are
homework
getting
due at
kicked.
10:59.
No. Y'all are
I
getting
didn't do it yet.
No, yeah, y'all are getting kicked out of this hotel room in T-minus 20 minutes. I'm going to sleep.
We got
Other
into
than
no
that-
interviews.
Other than that, I feel like we have some more super chats to get to. And by the way, guys, reminder, in case you guys are just coming on in, want to remind everybody that we have fresh, new Patreon tiers. I saw a couple of you guys sign up for the free membership, which is great, but unfortunately, you get nothing for that, okay? If you want the benefits of Patreon, okay? I was trying to tell them. If you want the benefits of Patreon, folks, as a reminder, we have a $3 tier, a $5 tier, a $10 tier, and a $25 tier. $3 gets you access to our exclusive private Discord channel. Spoiler alert, I did link the Discord channel on the community tab. It is free for the first 250, so go ahead and take care of that. $5 gets you exclusive content that you will only be able to see on Patreon. It's mostly going to be film studies. $10 is going to give you an opportunity to be a part of our private channel on Discord where you get to ask us questions that we read and answer on air. And then $25 tier is going to be you having the ability of leaving us a voice message for several shows all across the network. That includes Wake Up and Ball. That includes the Dan Mitchell Show, which is
what?
starting soon. The Dan Mitchell Show is coming
what?
up here in a little bit.
I think that's the first time you dropped that.
I did.
You
Don't
said it
worry.
very
An
nonchalant.
exclusive Dan Mitchell show is going on Roundtable Sports. Don't worry about
Let's
that,
go.
folks. It's NFL. It's NFL related. Move over, Pat McAfee. Anyway, so do us a favor, guys. Goal is to get about 10 new Patreon members before this
What about
stream.
Glenn?
I think
Glenn
that
has
we
a
can
question.
get it done.
He says, "What do I get since I'm paying $50 a month?"
What do you get since you get $50 a month?
You removed that tier.
Oh, I did. We had a $50 a month tier.
I did not know that.
Glenn, I will make a new $50 a month tier for you, and I will think about it.
Yeah, man, we got
I'll let you know.
tier. Make it
A Glenn tier.
Glenn tier, we can
A
name
Glenn
that.
tier.
Yeah.
Glenn Light. That's what
Yeah,
it's called. $50 tier.
A Glenn tier, a
No, we gotta-
$50 tier. We'll think about it.
We got to think of what to add to the $50 tier for Glenn, man.
Yeah, we'll think about a $50 tier.
has
I'll get
another-
back to you.
Well, the first thing
$10
is
from
naming
Glenn.
it the Glenn tier.
Glenn says, TD, me and you talked about going for 2 points early on the half. That is what cost Bills going 2 point in second quarter. They don't do that. They would have had 3 points, a 3-point lead going into the fourth.
So the problem is with the Kansas City Chiefs, like you have to play aggressive like that. Like we have lost to the Kansas City Chiefs playing like absolute granola boys. Look at the 13-second game where we played prevent defense with Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. Look at so many other opportunities where Sean McDermott did not end up being aggressive and going for the aggressive play, right? That's how we beat the Kansas City Chiefs this year in the regular season, by being aggressive, us being the only team to hand them their real loss all damn year. Playing safe against the Kansas City Chiefs does not really ever work out for any team in the NFL, especially this year. So I'm not mad at Sean McDermott attempting to go for 2. I'm really, really not. But I suppose hindsight's 2020. What the hell is going on here?
NFL honors down
cops
there,
over there, man.
NFL honors.
Yeah, that's where.
yeah.
Literally looking at where
There's a bunch of cars.
Josh
pulled up
Allen's
right
going to
there,
be
man.
at the red carpet tomorrow, right
There's
there.
Yeah,
man.
a
Josh
bunch of
Allen
cars
ain't
put up
showing
that
up
NFL
tomorrow.
honors.
Oh, he's going to be there. He's already here.
He ain't here, man.
Oh, he's in this hotel right now.
Guys, you guys realize that Josh Allen's coming all the way to New Orleans
to lose.
to not play in the Super Bowl, but to be participating in the NFL honors. Sorry, Josh.
That place doesn't even look like
What
that
do you think's
big.
going through his
Does it
brain?
look bigger inside. Like
He's
the
not
NFL
playing.
honors?
He's pissed off. I do think that Josh Allen was. So I do think that Josh Allen probably was hurt. I'd say a bit during this game by itself, because typically he always pulls out of the Pro Bowl and he always goes to golf in California, like during the Pro Bowl, but he did not golf this year. So he got out of the AFC Championship and then he decided that he just did not want to golf. So I could only imagine that he's feeling some type of way, which indeed he should.
Anthony Padilla, probably the best Bills fan on the entire planet.
He is the man. He is the man. Thank you so much.
Bills going to have a better roster next year. Believe. Go Bills.
Believe it, go Bills. Listen, man, you know what? Positivity is where you need to go, because you know what? Otherwise, you'll just be miserable.
I mean, how much worse could it really
Don't
get?
be miserable.
How much worse could their roster really get? Like, respectfully. I mean, you don't have a very good roster outside of, like, Josh
And we
Allen.
made it to the damn AFC Championship with a roster like
Cook, I
that.
mean.
All right? So you can only go up from here.
Your tight
Right?
ends are booty, respectfully. I mean, they can't catch
Bad
a damn
stuff.
ball, even if they're drafted in the first round. You have 0 wide receivers. It came out that they were upset with how Keon Coleman progressed throughout the season. I mean, can the roster really get that much worse?
It's going to get better.
Listen, but here's the thing about the Bills. They're not going to get that much better. You know, it ain't like they got $50-60 million. They're going to, make a few moves, but they're also going to lose some people. You might be moving on from Von Miller. You know,
So that's going to be a terrible loss to Buffalo.
Yeah,
I have no idea how we'll recover without Von Miller on this team.
team. But you here's the problem. Here's the problem with y'all team, though. You needed him to be big time to get over the hump, and he wasn't. That addition was supposed to help y'all in the ultimate goal of getting over the hump,
Which is why we're getting Miles Garrett.
Oh, damn! just
And or
stop.
Max
I was
Crosby.
about to say, I thought you didn't want Miles Garrett.
And or Max Crosby.
Nah, TikTok.
Flick Short
Don't pay
says,
attention to my
Richie
TikTok.
and TD making the Super Bowl before Josh Allen is even more funny. Damn, we made it before Josh Allen, TD.
That's true, man. We in here.
Thank you, Flicks. Andy says, so you're not bringing people on the show anymore.
No, we are not. It is Q&A segments written, or it is voicemails.
We're bringing you on. It's just your voice.
Yeah, it's going to be your
previous
voice,
time.
and or it's going to be a Q&A. It's great. We love the Patreon segment, but as a show and as a company, we have to evolve.
And King Lowski says, you bums running from smoke, shaking my head.
What
broke
smoke,
y'all
Lowski?
bones."
It's the same thing every week, brother. It's the same thing every week.
Yeah.
man,
Guys, listen. It's nothing personal. It's just like as we grow as a show, like we need to go on ahead and we need to evolve, and that's how these major podcasts do it. So same exact thing. Just go on ahead and just leave a voicemail of what you want to say, and we'll listen to it. It's just
and
effectiveness.
react to it.
And react to it. It's just how it is.
No, I'm gonna call him out. Half of them delusional, especially King Lowski. He delusional. He know he is. I see you in the chat right now talking trash. Talk about stop that craziness, TD. Listen, I think you even know this. The Jets are stuck in purgatory just because you got your new little shiny
You're looking
coach.
in the mirror, TD.
Just
That's
because you
not
got
us.
your new little shiny coach don't mean nothing. The Patriots down in the dumpster. The Bills overachieved. And everybody's waiting on Miami to do their thing. And at the end
You
of the
started
day,
for a reason. You don't
I
even believe
think
what
we're
you're saying.
going to stay healthy this year, and we're going to get it done, man. It's that simple.
So to justify your delusion is the injuries is now. I feel like there has to be a reason for
No, but we
excuse.
can't
Oh, if we
ignore
stay
that.
healthy, if
But
you stayed 100% healthy this past season, you're still doing the same exact thing.
If we stayed 100% healthy, we might have done the same thing, but
Yeah,
the Bills
you
wouldn't
would've.
have made the playoffs.
The Bills would have done the same thing. They would have made the playoffs. The Miami Dolphins are the same team at 100% health.
No, we would have made the playoffs. If
Who
we
was
were
so
healthy.
pivotal to your injuries? Bradley Chubb and Phillips? Who
Tua.
else? Who?
Tua? He missed 6 games.
Who?
Stop, Rich.
Who cares?
If your starting quarterback missed 6 games, ain't many teams surviving from that.
I mean, you know who your starting quarterback is? Flick Short says,
I have an idea.
Jameis is even funnier.
Huh?
I have an idea.
Jameis Winston? I don't know.
That guy's funny.
for Glenn's $50 tier. All right? And for anyone that gets the $50 tier, that tier gets to choose the punishment. Say, for example, I say the Bills are going to win a specific game and I turn out to be wrong.
Oh, boy.
Then they get to choose the punishment.
They gonna be
obviously
relentless.
with reason. Like, obviously with reason. Nothing that would cause any significant harm, more so embarrassing.
Or any harm.
I don't know. It's
pretty
not.
wild.
It's
Giving these people ideas.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Andy.
That's got to be like $100 a month.
Andy with the $5. Andy says, I think you guys are making a mistake doing that. The Patreon segment is what made you guys different from everybody else.
Yeah, man. Listen, like we said, it was definitely cool, like for a run, and like we love talking to you guys and everything like that. And like we're still gonna talk to you guys via via the Q&A section, and then also the exact same thing. But yeah, man. I'm sorry about that.
Call it like we see it. I mean, about half the people do jump off, right?
Yeah.
When the segment starts, about half the people do jump off. So it's also thinking long term about what is going to help, just the brand in general and all of the channels and what's going to make everybody watch long term. Right?
Yeah, like more uniform as well. And so the thing is that like we want to implement this on each and every single show. And like we pay these creators to do these shows for us, and we can't go on ahead and like pay each and every single one of them for like a 2 to 3 hour show. So that's just what we kind of had to do.
And the great thing about this too, Dan, is that I feel like a lot of times when these Patreon segments come on, we interrupt them, they interrupt us, and we've done a couple of meet and greets, and I've gotten feedback from some of them, and they came up to me and they were like, I like this segment, but y'all never let each other speak. The great thing about whether it's the Q&A or a voice segment is that we are forced to listen to them, and they're forced to listen to our response.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
I love how we got into no interviews. We came on and we're like, we're going to show all the interviews
man.
from what we did not even one. Not even one. Go check out Roundtable Sports Twitter, baby.
I mean,
and
first of
Instagram.
all-
Sign up for
Instagram.
Patreon.
Look at us, man. At the
Look at
Super
that.
Bowl.
Senior Bowl.
Senior. I'm
Super Bowl. Excuse me.
The media
Super
party. They
Bowl.
shrunk us down on the way in, and then they actually put the football that they're going to use for the game right there to take a picture with. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, man, this was us at the media party that the NFL threw. It was pretty cool, if you know what I mean. I mean, you talk about so many things, that happened on our X accounts. I mean, if you guys want to go see the content, just go to our X account and you'll see all the people that we're able to interview. TD got to interview Patrick Mahomes. Let's listen to that one.
4 sons. Hey, Patrick, quick question. I have 4 sons, all right? They all aspire to be on the level you are one day. What would you say to young men growing up having those type of aspirations?
What I would say is compete in everything in your life. I remember when I made my school grades going up, I competed to try to get A's and D's every time. If that was doing my homework or if it was cleaning laundry, I would compete to try to be the best at that. And then whenever you get to your dreams, leave it all out there. Leave it all out there, try to follow your dreams, and if you can leave it all out there, you never have regrets on anything you do.
Hey, Patrick,
TD.
quick question. I have 4 sons, all right? They all aspire to be
TD, what was your thoughts of that, man? That was your question. You have 4 sons. What did you think of Mahomes' answer
It's
to that
pretty
one?
dope, man. It feels like Mahomes is my brother. I done asked him 3 questions this week. So that was pretty dope. But yeah.
And so, can you finally admit it now?
What? Man,
I don't
what?
know. Never mind.
Richie, you need to stop. He not the GOAT.
That's not what I'm referring to, bro. That he's just more talented than Josh Allen. That's all I want you to admit, bro.
Now, yeah, he is. But remember what I told you. I said if Josh Allen lose again to him, then I don't want to hear none of that. Josh Allen ain't talented at all, really. He's just
So who's more talented?
He's a running back. Josh Allen a running back.
Glorified running back?
Glorified running back. Like, when are we going to have a conversation he's not even a good passer?
You're the one that was debating me on Wake Up and Ball, which
Yeah, I
was
was
breaking my
wrong.
brain
I
about
was
this.
wrong. I was wrong.
You can finally admit that?
Yeah,
All right,
Josh
man,
Allen
'cause
is a
you're worrying
glorified
me.
running back who makes a few completions, but his completion percentage is always bad. But yeah, man, that was pretty dope talking to Patrick Mahomes. It's a man eat man world out here in this media field. A lot of people don't know over 5,000 media members are here, and we wanted to get in and get some of those interviews, man, and it wasn't easy. I mean, it was not easy. So we had to really bulldoze and be bulls about it and get up there and get in before everybody else and really get those questions in. But good answer by Patrick Mahomes. That was pretty dope because I have 4 sons, and I sent that to them, and they were all like going crazy about it. So that was pretty dope.
What was their reaction? They were pumped up?
Yeah, they couldn't even believe like you literally talking with Patrick Mahomes. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it is surreal. I mean, even seeing
life or death in the
seeing like your mic up there with him was just like absolutely ridiculous.
Insane, yeah.
So
got a lot of people.
Yeah, Dan asked Noah Gray, the backup tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, this question. I know a lot of people love to hear Dan talk to some Chiefs players.
Oh my God.
Narrative has been 3 Super Bowls in a row for the Kansas City Chiefs, but what does that mean for you?
You know, it's fortunate, and I just thank God for every single day that He's put us in this position, and we're really looking forward to the challenge of playing a really awesome Philadelphia Eagles team.
And so what have you learned from Travis as well, right within your time?
Everything, you know, from running routes to blocking to defensive scheme to how you work in practice. That's just a complete football player, and the reason why he's the greatest.
Thanks, man.
Oh, man, great questions, man.
You should have seen the question Dan asked with Xavier Worthy.
It hurt my heart.
That one's coming up now. Brought to you by Roundtable Sports.
I thought you were going to say
It hurt my heart when it came into it, man.
We had so many interviews.
It was the Buffalo Bills narrative.
You guys ready for this? Dan, I mean, I planted this, didn't I? I'm like, Dan, if there was a player that you need to interview tonight on our way to this event, I'm like,
It was Xavier Worthy.
I'm like, Dan, you have to predict. You have to read my mind. You know which player I'm thinking of. And then he knew exactly what I was thinking of, and it was indeed Xavier Worthy.
Indeed.
And what a question you had to ask this young man.
So a huge narrative this offseason was the Buffalo Bills passing on you. Was the AFC Championship personal in any sense for you?
Yeah, I mean, just having that pick and trading it to a team that they know probably wanted me in a way, I feel like that was them saying they didn't want me. So, yeah, it was kind of personal.
You just talked about
It was kind of personal, he said. It was kind of personal. He said the Buffalo Bills didn't want him.
He said they traded that pick. That just mean they didn't want me. So, you know, it was personal. And he stuck it back to you. He stuck it back to you. Yeah, it was personal. He got his get back. Because the Bills fumbled the ball again, selecting yet another wrong player in the draft, and the Chiefs, again, the benefactors. Why do y'all keep making them better and then wonder why you can't get over the hump?
Who did they draft after you got Kyer Elam?
They drafted McDuffie before we got Keelam. So they traded up for McDuffie, who
I think they traded
I believe
the
that we go.
Patriots, if I remember correctly.
They stole McDuffie from y'all.
The Bills single-handedly letting the Chiefs win Super Bowls.
Yeah, wait.
Why are we acting like Xavier Worthy was all that, though? I mean,
He was.
he was better than Keon Coleman, but he
Exactly. That's it.
wasn't all that.
But that's the storyline. They had a chance to take
The better
Xavier Worthy.
player.
Yeah,
but,
that's
I
the
mean,
storyline.
Yeah, but Kobe, here's what you're missing, though.
They should have went Ladd McConkey.
Xavier Worthy has played better than Keon Coleman, right? But your sentiments is like, it's not like he's going off, but he's on the Chiefs.
You know what? I'll raise you this question.
With a whole bunch of guys. If he was on Buffalo, he'd be number one, probably making a Pro Bowl.
I'll raise you this question. Why did both of those teams pass on Ladd McConkey?
Yeah, Ladd McConkey was who I really wanted, to be completely honest with you.
Better than
That
both
is
of
who Dan
them.
wanted.
Better than both of them.
Well, you're right, but who got the worst end of the stick?
Oh, I mean, definitely Buffalo.
Exactly.
Ain't
I
no
love
debate on
it.
that.
So the thing is,
By the way, I warned you about
Man,
him.
there ain't no thing.
I warned you about him.
so the
You
thing is
justify
that
everything they do
I
bad.
feel like a lot of people are saying that he had significantly a better season. So I actually have
I
this
think
pulled
impact
up.
he did. Maybe not box score, but impact.
Impact,
Winning.
like it's
That's
closer
different.
than you think, right?
Taking the top off.
So Keon had 29
Playoffs, too.
receptions, 556 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 19.2 average. And then we had Worthy, who ended up having it, and he ultimately ended up having 59 receptions, so he was utilized a hell of a lot more, and he was healthy all year. Okay, we had Keon out for a couple of games. 638 yards in total and 10.8 on average and 6 touchdowns. So
neither
it's
are
not,
first-round
it's
picks.
not,
That's massive of a difference.
it's not, no, it's not.
It is massive of a difference
see the
because
playoff
Keon
stats?
Coleman didn't have any resistance on the roster where he should have been the guy. Xavier Worthy got 5 receivers around him that any of them could do what he did. All of them had 500 yards.
So they
But
can't, dude.
My point is this, Dan. If Keon Coleman was on Buffalo, he might have had 1,500 yards.
He is on Buffalo.
I mean Xavier Worthy. If Xavier Worthy was on Buffalo, he might have went off and went crazy.
It's schematically, right? It's the exact same reasoning behind why did Sam Darnold go absolutely insane in Kevin O'Connell's Minnesota Vikings offense, because
Sam's a dog. Sorry.
It's not because he's a dog. It's because of the system that they run. And like you look at Joe Brady and like you look at what he does with quote unquote wide receiver number ones. He does not like wide receiver number ones on the perimeter. He just doesn't. He likes to run the football and he likes utilizing tight ends and like slot receivers, like one of the two. So if Xavier Worthy was on this team, I'm not entirely convinced that he would have had much better numbers than what he did over in Kansas City and or even around that, just because, like I said, Joe Brady and this Buffalo Bills team didn't draft Xavier Worthy, not because they didn't think that he was a good player, but because they just didn't see him as a scheme fit.
Well, the scheme needs to change.
So we need a vertical guy. We do need a vertical guy.
Enough not to be good enough.
Yeah, we need a vertical guy.
And Xavier Worthy would have been that. He would have
so
been
we
a
need,
better version. I think it would have helped the Bills more.
It's tough to say that. It's tough to say that because
what
so we're talking hypotheticals.
What impact did he have?
So we're talking hypotheticals right here. Well, like I've said a million times, last year, every single last game of the season, you realize what your weaknesses are. And with the Buffalo Bills, based off of last season, we walked out of that knowing that we had a huge issue at catching the damn football and having someone that came down with 50-50 balls. And that's what Keon Coleman did well this year, was 50-50 balls. He did. That's what we ultimately ended up doing.
Y'all have a wide receiver problem when Mac Hollins is known more than Keon Coleman.
Mac Hollins did wonderful this year. I love him, and I'm glad to bring him back.
Why you got a wide receiver problem when Mac Hollins is the main guy?
He was a rookie, and players like Rome Odunze did not have a great season this year either, who is also a top 10. So did Ladd McConkey. Listen, I wanted Ladd McConkey. I wanted Ladd McConkey. I was pounding the table for Ladd McConkey all season. All offseason, I was pounding the table for Ladd McConkey.
But y'all got a good quarterback.
We do.
So all those other guys didn't have good quarterbacks.
I'm not going to sit here and just like harp on hypotheticals, all right? We don't know what Xavier Worthy would have been on the Buffalo Bills. We don't. We don't know how much he would have been implemented in Buffalo if they would have used him the exact same way that Kansas City uses him. We have a defensive-minded head coach. I'm not entirely convinced that he would have been that much of an impact on Buffalo.
But the reality is Xavier
probably
Worthy
around
took
the same.
It personal, man. He took it.
He did take it personal. Yeah, well, I mean, he did. He did.
That's crazy.
But then again, it's very easy to take things personally when Kyrie Elam's fucking guarding you.
And
so
by
there
the
you go.
He's guarding Juju, I thought.
Who is this corner?
He was guarding everybody.
Who is the corner on Buffalo?
Or old-ass Rasul Douglas.
Who is the corner on Buffalo that kept getting smoked? What's his name again?
Kyrie Elam.
When did y'all draft him?
First round pick.
Years ago.
What happened? Did somebody get hurt?
Yes, someone got
Benford.
hurt, so he had to come in the game.
Oh,
Christian
so
Benford. He's a backup.
Oh, so y'all don't have no depth. Okay.
He's a backup.
Okay.
Well,
we have plenty of depth.
first of all, I think that's right there a big
Elam on the
issue with the
field.
Buffalo Bills, though. Right there, the first round draft picks. First of all, you should never have needed to trade it for Benford or Rasul Douglas.
So we didn't trade for
Douglas.
Benford. We drafted him. Douglas.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. You didn't need to. You shouldn't have.
So we needed to because Trey White
trade.
was out for the season. We needed to.
My point is, if Kyrie Elam was not a bust, you wouldn't have needed to trade for him in the first place. He would be your starting corner. He's a first-round pick. That's a big blow.
So I don't think that this is getting under my skin as much as you guys are hoping for because I'm a huge
No, we're not
Kyrie
trying
Elam
to get
hater.
under your skin.
that's
So I'm a
It's
huge
just
Kyrie Elam
amazing.
hater.
You have an
It's not
excuse
about
for
Kyrie
everything
Elam,
they
it's about
do
the
bad.
Bills.
Everything, all these bad decisions.
So one thing that I will say is that
Brandon Bean is a genius.
Bean
No, he ain't.
hits a hell of a lot more home run. Dude, first off, you would do so much for Brandon Bean to take the place of Chris Greer. 110%.
Listen, both
You
of
would
them
do
trash to
anything
me.
when it comes into it.
You know what? Let's
We
play
have
this game, Dan.
No.
Tell me what
I will
Brandon
play
Bean
that
has
damn
did.
game.
What-
All right.
tell me what picks he done made.
Matt Milano, fourth round pick.
Good
Terrell
job.
Bernard, third round pick. Gregory Rousseau on the edge, first round pick. Taryn Johnson,
Gregory
fifth round pick.
Rousseau ain't
Christian
working out
Benford,
like you
Christian
think.
Benford,
He's
Christian
good, but he
Benford,
ain't-
fifth,
he ain't a
sixth
game
round
changer.
pick. Sixth round pick
You
afterwards,
just
man.
naming solid players, but not
All
living up
players
to-
that were found
you're
in the
not-
middle
not
rounds.
living
That's
up
what
to
good
their
GMs
job.
do is find middle round talent and develop them.
Russo was
We've
a
had a
middle
couple of
round.
one. Josh Allen, right in this damn. James Cook, third round.
Stop.
I can go on and on and on. Outside of maybe one or two players that didn't work out in the first round.
See, this is y'all problem.
Like, you're going to tell me, like, our core is... TD, here's one thing. TD, here's one thing. Why do you think that we've owned the division for 5 straight divisions?
Because of Josh Allen.
Why do you think we've owned the division?
Because of Josh Allen in a weak division you're in.
But then again, you're going back and you're saying, oh, yeah, in 2022, y'all got carried by your defense.
Listen,
by a bunch of third and sixth round picks that Brandon Beane put together.
Let me prove to you why your point is so mute. Chris Greer is a terrible GM. Jalen Waddle, Christian Wilkins, Robert Hunt, Javon Holland.
So y'all must have won a lot of playoff games, huh? Y'all must have won a lot of playoff games with that, didn't you?
But what you don't talk about as a fan, that I at least talk about, is all the ones he missed on. Why don't you start naming the misses? All the bad draft picks. See, you won't name those. It's easy. Every general manager hit on a lot of these almost solidified picks. But start naming the ones for Brandon Beane that you know he messed up on.
Kyer Elam.
Okay, keep going.
That's it.
That's one player on the whole roster he messed up on, Dan.
That's it.
Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about, man. So
who else?
So hold on.
Who else did he miss on?
Hold on.
Who else did he miss on?
The perennial comeback player of the year. He's just all of a sudden like an MVP caliber player now.
Oh, yeah, we have Deion Dawkins, like one of the best left tackles in the NFL. He's also on the team. He was drafted by Brandon Beane. We have Osiris Torrance, one of the best right guards out of that draft class, who was completely gone crazy. Same thing with, well, not McGovern, never mind. We actually ended up getting him from somewhere else, which was a free agency trade thing. But look, there's a couple of first-round picks that didn't work out, and that was Kyer Elam.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could say Greg Rousseau, but he's been playing well. He had like 8.5 sacks, perhaps, but it's exclusively Kyer. And as far as Keon Coleman, I'm not the one that's going to go out there and say, hey, you know what, his career is over. But again, everyone
Keon
here,
Coleman,
everybody here,
Dalton Kincaid,
everybody here.
Like we thought that he was the dude. He ain't show up either.
So
like,
he tore his PCL week 11. So it doesn't even matter.
Did he come back?
He played through a torn PCL.
Come on, man.
So one of the two.
You think of Sam Laporta, first-round tight end. You think of Brock Bowers, first-round tight end. You think of Trey McBride, second-round tight end. These are tight ends getting drafted high, making impact. I haven't heard.
But all different things. But like here's.
See,
you were hyping them up to be like the next guy.
See, you don't mention the guys that were drafted with a solid pick, but then they're not living up to that.
Because no GM on the face of the planet is batting 1,000. I could name a first-round bust for each and every single team in the NFL in the past like 6-7 years. Every single team has had a first-round bust. This is not a Buffalo Bills problem. It happens.
Name the Chiefs' first-round bust that you keep giving them.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
We know
there's one
that y'all let have. McDuffie, we talking about Xavier Worthy.
So we didn't let the Kansas City Chiefs get McDuffie. They traded ahead of us with a different team. We wanted McDuffie. We didn't play anything along those lines.
It was somebody.
So we were
else
just
on
waiting.
Roster.
There are a couple of
else
different.
roster.
So there are a couple of different things with this roster that I am critical of. But the last thing I'm going to be critical of is Brandon Beane.
I'm telling you, man.
He wins a hell of a lot more than he loses.
Josh Allen does.
He wins a hell of a lot more.
I love how Dan's like 5
it's
minutes
funny
ago.
how he is.
Dan's like, you guys think this is getting on my skin, but it's not.
No. It's again.
Just hit a button, and Dan became red-eyed.
No.
So Brandon Beane is your soft spot, huh? You just love you some Brandon Beane.
He's a great GM.
He gonna screw this year up too. Dan,
He's a great
window
GM.
Closed,
well,
man.
just like last year.
Your window closed.
Oh, really? It's closed again?
You know what? It was closed last year.
Oh, yeah. We're the AFC Championship.
Yep. Because you didn't.
So y'all are in a damn lead box.
You didn't advance.
So if the Buffalo Bills are in a windowless room, then the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets are in a nuclear fallout shelter. If that's what we want to look at right now. Like a lead box of absolutely nothing.
We're going to correct all this next year.
See, the problem is that I don't mind criticism from like Chiefs fans, for example, that actually have a skin in the game. But when you two fools have the audacity to come in here and try and tell me how the Buffalo Bills should run in this organization, work on your own damn ship. Because you know what? A team that's struggling so badly, y'all's two teams certainly seem to have a a problem beating us.
We just have injuries.
Oh yeah, you
We
have
had
injuries.
better personnel
Every
for a few
single
years now. We just
every
been
single team.
injury struck.
See,
And the Jets had an issue of coaching, and now it's fixed.
yeah, okay, yeah,
And
we've
you
heard that a
lost your
couple of
quarterback
times.
the
We
year
can like
before the whole
rotate
year.
that over and over again if we want to hear that. Like Clip Richie saying, "Yeah, we had a coaching problem. It's fixed now. Don't worry about it." 4 times we've heard that.
He's doing the
in
same
history
thing
of
now. Don't
AFC's
worry, guys,
Roundtable.
it's solved.
It's,
the second time in
it's-
AFC's Roundtable history.
I don't know, but it's bedtime.
It is exactly an hour, man. Shout out to BetUS
Yeah.
for sponsoring the show, man. We love you over at BetUS. Don't forget to use the code YouTube150 when you sign up for the Super Bowl LIX. We got a lot of content coming your way across socials. Please do us a favor and follow us at Roundtable SN on X, Roundtable Sports on Instagram, right here on the AFC East Roundtable. Really does mean a lot to us, guys. All the support. Don't forget to like this show on your way out. Anything you guys want to say before we wrap things up?
I love each and every single one of you. Certainly consider signing up for Patreon for us, guys. Great way to go ahead and support what we have going on over here. A lot of really cool exclusive content, particularly film study, reviews, etc. An exclusive Discord channel where the chat never stops, baby.
And the Glen tier coming soon.
And the Glenn tier is coming soon. That, or we could just save Glenn some money. $25 rather than 50. Rather than 50, Glenn.
He can spend it on Super Chats.
Spend that on Super Chats.
King Lowski does not have a call-in, so he's going to say this to you as a super chat. Death, taxes, and the Bills with 0 Super Bowl rings.
Thank you, King Lowski. We love you. Thank you so much.
0, man.
Yeah, and last thing, man, we were at the party last night, the media party. It was lit. And, one of the most refreshing moments was we were chopping it up in the entire time with a guy who had a Super Bowl ring on. And when he told us about it, he caught 2 interceptions in that Super Bowl. And I was just like, man, that's pretty impressive. But when he told me it was against the Buffalo Bills, I just started hugging him, Dan. I just started hugging
I bet
him.
you did.
He said, yeah, we
bet
beat
you
him.
did.
I should have been the MVP of that game. I caught 2
I
picks
did give him
against
a fist bump.
I said,
and he was
what?
wearing his ring.
I said, as long
cool.
as it's the Bills, thank you. Man, oh,
Yeah.
man.
TD, Colby, and I, we fist bumped a man with a Super Bowl championship ring on his finger, and he intercepted.
Never
Buffalo
washing
Bills
my
in the
hands
Super Bowl.
again.
Intercepted
Never washing
Unreal.
my hands
The
again.
Buffalo twice in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
And the crazy thing, we were talking to him for like an hour.
Yeah.
Like we were
He
talking
was
for a
dope.
long time, and then we were like, then we found that out. That was amazing. So yeah, man. Bills will never
Someone
win the
says
Super Bowl.
$5. I'm jealous y'all get to see the halftime show in person. Kendrick about to go off. So, fun fact, we're not actually going to the game.
No.
I feel like that's something that confuses.
Literally
some.
my entire family.
Right? What?
Yeah.
My entire family. So you're going to the bowl? I'm
Yeah, it's like,
There's over 5,000 media members here. 98% of them are not actually going to the game. Media week is usually like Monday through Friday for everyone, for all members of the media. That's why Dan and Kobe, they're getting out of here tomorrow morning, and me and Richie will be out of here on Friday morning. Some people are already starting to leave. It's like an event all week. But Saturday and Sunday, they start cleaning things out, getting ready for the big game. So most media members will not be here for the game. It's mainly Kansas City and Philadelphia. Local media are the main ones that stick around, plus NFL media.
DD, member for 17 months. We appreciate that, bro. Respect to all you guys. Y'all really made it. Congratulations, AFC Roundtable Sports for life. Pray for my brother. Thanks. We will definitely pray for your brother.
Absolutely,
my friend.
DD. You the man, bro.
I love you, DD. All the support you show on all the channels, our personals, roundtables. We love you, man. Send your brother some love and prayers from us.
Yeah, we
Flick
love you very
says,
much.
man, y'all saw Cam Ward training. He a dog, man.
Yeah, he's definitely the truth. Richie's seen some film on him recently.
He's a Tennessee Titan. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's true.
A loaded Titan. So he's going to thrive on the loaded
Oh,
Titans.
yeah, he'll be all right.
He's gonna be
Just
dog.
like Will Levis when he told me that he was going to ball out.
Nah, this different.
Lascelles with a member super chat. Wait, you guys are still doing call-in show on your personal channel, though?
Not me.
Well,
Not me.
That's something I'm actually incorporating soon. So yeah.
I already do
But
it.
I-
So.
yeah,
I
so-
already do it. Come
Yeah.
on, Kobe show.
So,
Call-in show still on Jets Media.
so
Well,
to
I
be
used to
completely
do it.
honest
I
with you,
just got
I will
away
be
from
doing
it.
call-in shows on my channel as well. So,
So
don't
all
worry
of
about
us
that.
still do it on our personals, apparently.
He will do it as well. I will do call-in shows on my personal, but for the AFC East Roundtable, we are consolidating. Patreon is now Q&A written questions and voicemail questions for the $25 tier. That is what it is.
And LaSalle, after we read it, says, don't miss my member milestone chat. Well, we just read it, LaSalle. How about that?
Hell yeah, LaSalle. Thank you so much.
Guys, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Much love to BetUS, as always, for sponsoring the show. We love you guys so much. Live from New Orleans, Louisiana, the last time you'll see us four here together in New Orleans. We will see you guys next time. We love you.
Love y'all. Peace.
Have a great night, folks.
Shalom.
Peace.